Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena. I'm Black Templar. Let's get on this. Right, guys, today's a special video. Today, we're going to do pack openings. Now, I know what you're thinking. Templar, how did you get all these packs? Well, I'm going to explain it to you and how you can get all these packs for free. That's right, for free. Because you see, I did not pay a single penny on these packs. Not one. Now, you may think, wait, how did you manage to pull this off? Are you, got to deal with Wizard of the Coast or something? No, nothing like that. You see, when you play the game, or when you start playing this game, you'll be given a promo code. Now, this happens with every new set. So, for example, I will go straight to the current set let's go right now, which is the Brothers at War set. Now, I'll show you how you can do this. Now, if you're on a mobile, you have to go through the Wizard of the Coast, site to make an account. However, if you're on a PC like what I am, you go to this place, the store, redeem code. Now, I'm going to show you one code. All you do is that, play bro, boom, you get free packs. Now, they do have all the packs, when they start. Like, when you get a new set, they'll give you a promo code and they give you free packs. Now, what are the promo codes for the rest of them? Well, unfortunately, I can't remember them all off by heart. But I do know a site where I'm going to leave a link in the description. It's from another YouTube channel called MTG Recon. He showed off all the promo codes. Now, keep in mind, all the promo codes are still active, but there are some that might not be working anymore, so do keep that in mind. That's how I got all these packs. Now, if I get certain cards, that'd be great, but what I'm after really, guys, are these wild cards. Now, what is a wild card, you may ask? Well, wild cards allow you to make cards. Say you're looking for certain cards and you didn't get them. You can use the wild cards to forge them. Now, keep in mind, I recommend doing it this way instead of paying using money or in-game currency, because here's why. If you do the promo way and get in-game currency, use your in-game currency for something else where you can get more cards, which would be a draft. Now, if you wonder where the rest of these cards came from, they came through this. Now, I know it's a battle pass system, guys, and I'm not a big fan of them, but the fact that every 2 levels gives you a pack, I'm more inclined to like that one because at least you get something, and you've got these reward orbs, which, if we go to the Master Tree, will give you Pacific cards. I've already got a few of these, so you'll get special cards and all that, like card styles and all that, so, and some cards you might not have, so it's an okay deal. But anyhow, folks, let's dive into the packs. Let's open one. What we got? Orphan, I remember you. A 0-2 flyer. He wasn't very good, but he was very good at, like, for the Jitsu and pretty much just there, just as a blocker, just to hold off, like, if you were, like, see if you were blue and you were facing up against a red deck, it was a good, like, oh, I'll play this, and yeah, you're not going to jump me. Not happening, but good card. Static Net. When Static Net enters the battlefield, target exile non-permanent land permanent opponent controls until Static Net leaves the battlefield. I think you gain 2 life and create. Well, it's not bad. It's not bad, but for 4 mana to stop a creature is not bad. But the fact that Shaman lock spells could just like kill it or bounce it. So what we got here? Scrapwork Cohort. When Scrapwork Cohort enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 colorless soldier artifact token. That's pretty bad, actually, guys. Very bad. I mean, good in draft or sealed. There's like a extra monster, but in constructed, nah, not good. Oh, but he's got haste though. He has haste? Apparently he does. Doesn't really say it. Anyhow, next one. Lay down arms. Exile target creature with mana value less than or equal to the number of planes you control. Ooh. Now, this is a good card. A very good card. I mean, if you get this late game and you've got like 6 or 7 planes and you've got like a big, huge, stonking creature running riot, you play that, it just goes whoop, off you go. Not a bad card. Wasteful Harvest. Mill 5 cards, and you may put a permanent card from among the cards that milled away into your hand. I could see that good in Golgari, but any other deck I would probably say no. I mean, it's a Golgari deck. Mainly, I would say. Mishra's Domain. Enchanted creature, as long as you control, enchanted creature gets +2/+2. Otherwise, it cannot block. Interesting. So it can go either 2 ways. As long as you control it, it gets +2/+2, or it can't block. Interesting choice. Desynchronized. Target non-land permanent owner puts on top or bottom of the library. Okay. So you could muck somebody's deck up a bit. Alright. And what's this one? Oh, hello. Here's our rare. Okay. Permanent you control have ward. Sacrifice a permanent each artifact card in your graveyard. Ooh. I think this is good for an artifact deck. But a 5 mana 4/4. I mean, don't get me wrong, ward is an absolute nasty trick because it's a good way of like counteracting spells. But, ooh. Interesting. So, that's the first pack opened, guys. New pack. Maya's Shadow. What are you? If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile instead. Ooh. Interesting. And that's a rare as well. Now, if you're wondering how you can tell what kind of cards are, look at the bottom corner there. If you look at the gear cog, it has colors. You've got black, silver, gold, and the color, that flower on the top, which I think that's the mythic color. So that's a rare one, not bad. Exile instead, so that's not a bad card. Frames Vigil. Whenever one or more artifact or creature cards leave your graveyard during your turn. Ooh. Leave your graveyard. Actually, I was supposed to say for 1/2, for 2/2, that is ridiculous good value, guys. That is a ridiculously good value card because you're getting good value and decent, like early game attacking. This one's not bad either. I mean, if you put it on a creature for 1 turn, the next turn you're going to, power your way through. If you're going to get rid of cards in the graveyard, it might not be a bad idea. Scrapwood Mutt. 2 mana, 2/1. You may discard card. If you do, draw. Right. This guy is a bit of an odd duck. On one hand, yes, a 2/1 is not bad. But that ability... Excuse me. That ability, 50-50. It depends on what you got in your hand. If you got let's say you got a very big, high level card and you're never gonna play it, then yes, it would be good because it give it a 1 card but get a new one. So situational. I would say situational. Spot of Throper, 8 mana prototype. What's this? Prototype. You may cast a spell with a different mana cost, color, and power toughness. It keeps its abilities. Scry X. Look at the top card. When Spotter enters the battlefield, Scry X words power. Oh, I get it. Right. First off, guys, 8 mana for 4/5 is a bad return. I'm gonna say this, even for sealed or draft. That's bad. Don't get me wrong. And also the blue 3, yeah, that's still bad. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Scry is pretty good for like 8 to get 4, but no, this is a bad card, guys. I would, if you had this like as a way of means of getting it out early, it's used for other things, but nah, I wouldn't bother with that card. No way. Retrieval Agent. Retrieval Agent gets +1 until the end of the turn. 4 mana for a 2/5. Great defender, but cost. Nah, not worth it, I'll be honest. I mean, yeah, you could buff him up lots of times with lots of mana, but he's too heavy concentrated mana you need to make him work, so not good. I mean, in sealed, he's perfect as like mid-range. Like, if you know you got lots of like little creatures running about, he could just plonk his ass down and go, right, I can hold off a good few chunk of creatures before, what's needed, so yeah. Fog of War. You gain 1 life each creature on the battlefield, prevent all combat damage that will be dealt by creatures to turn. Now, this card is a FU to aggro. Because a lot of aggros are usually 3 or lower. It's a great card, but I would say this is more of a sideboard card, not a main deck card. Because a sideboard card would be great for this thing. Like, if you know you're going to face a lot of weenie creatures, you sideboard that in and go, right, I'm going to slow you down and get a lot of, power, like, life out of it. And Aggro Spirit. Sprite can't be blocked by artifact creatures. So, here's the thing. For 2 mana, 2/2, not bad. Negates 1 set of creatures, but to be honest, it's just a 2/2 chump, like early chumper. At 7 to put a 1/1 counter on, but 2/1 counters on. I'm sorry, but that's way too much cost. I mean, don't get me wrong. Green can get to 7, mana very quick, but it's not worth it. It's a good, like, card, like, if you wanted to drop something just to hold the line or start attacking, but you wouldn't, that's all you'd be using it for. And the final card, Sundering Titan, a mythic. 8 mana. When Sundering Titan enters or leaves the battlefield, choose a land of each basic type, then destroy those lands. Oh god, Sundering Titan, I remember you long ago. Now, you will, in an artifact deck, you might see it. And definitely would see it in sealed. It's a good card to come out at like a turn 8. Boom. Right? I'm going to rip. Let's say you've got like for each, choose a land of each basic type. Land of each basic type. And it just wrecks lands. It causes mayhem. I mean, and having a 7/10 big guy is usually nasty. And if you wonder what that border is, guys, the border for these ones, it's not an artifact border. These are like legendary borders. Basically, these are like old cards that have been around for years. Like Onofopper earlier. But, anyhow, let's continue on. Get a lot of new cards. Oh, we've got another Juggernaut type. Alright, Cherizian Mindbreaker. Whenever Cherizian Mindbreaker attacks defending player, mills hop. Oh my god. Alright. 1. If you can somehow get this creature into your graveyard and get turn 4 out penalty, because remember, unearth means to get unearthed and they gain haste. So basically, you smack someone with this early as possible, that fixture's going to wreak havoc. 1.5 of an opponent's library round up is just absolutely devastating. In sealed, he's brutal because a 7 mana 6/4. Yeah, he's not the most. He is a bit expensive, but if you can get him out early in an unearthed situation, he's just an absolute beast. No One Left Behind. This spell costs 3 less to cast if the target creature card. If a targets a creature card with mana 3 value 3 or less, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So basically, guys, if you've got like a quick little, like a little bugger that's like just been killed, and for 2 mana, It's not bad, but 5 mana though in general for anything better, I would say not very good. It's one of those situational cards, but which you could do for like small creatures, but not for the big boys. Grixis Skullflayer. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 3 or more creature cards in your graveyard, put 1/1 token on. Well, it's not a bad card actually for 3 mana. For 2/3 and can have +1/+1 if you've got like. It's good if you got like little gribblies just like could be killed early. So it's not a bad card, I would say. Decent. Even without the +1/+1, but it's still decent. Sushi Cave God. This is in Ward 4. Oh my. Ward 4. You're a chunky boy. When Sushi God dies at 8 mana until the end of the turn, you don't lose mana as the step and phase ends. Oh, that's quite nice. 8/8 though. Great seal card, but I doubt you would see it in Constructed unless you've got a way to make mana lose quick. Not a bad card. Air Marshal. Target show gains flighty on the turn. A 2/1/2/1. A good solid 2-drop, but its ability is a bit costly. Supply drop. Flash. Oh, it's a flash card. Now, for those who know what Flash is basically it could be played at any time. Basically, it's like an instant. When Supply Drop enters the battlefield, target creature you control gets +2/+2 until the end of the turn. Sacrifice. Now, that's not bad. That's a good like buff card. You go, right, I'm going to attack and one of my trees is about to die. Boom, that comes in. I'm +2/+2, and I can get into a card next turn. Not a bad card. Coastal Bulwarks. Defender. Coastal gets +2/0 as long as you control an island. Ah. Do you know what I say to that? That is freaking good. This is a good like defense card. Yes, it's not going to attack. 9/10, you're going to place in an island deck. It's a good defense card. I mean, for 3/3 for 2, that is ludicrously good. And Seville as well, where you can look at the top card of your library. You can put a number to your graveyard. And the rest of the top in any order. Yep. Great card, that. That is a nice card. Especially if you're playing anything with islands in. It's a good card. And this card. Lonestone Golem. 4 mana. Non-artifact spells cost 1 more. He's a disruptor, but for free 4 mana 5/3 is not too bad. But because of the free backside, and a lot of people can kill these guys pretty quickly, 50-50. But anyhow, let's move on. Oh, common wildcard. Now, this common wildcard, guys, basically any commons I get, if I want a common, I use that card. So, yeah. Bonesaw. Oh, I remember you long ago. I mean, for a 0 mana, pay 1 to equip creature is always a good thing to get, guys. You put that down on turn 1 and then put a creature down next turn, you give him that. Not the greatest artifact, but it's a decent, like, quick draw. Forging the Anchor. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal any number of the artifact cards from among them and put them revealed cards into your hand. Put the rest of the bottom of your library, random order. You remember when I said about like you need an artifact deck to work with some of the artifact cards? Well, this is one of the cards that will do it. So 3 mana? Oh, it's not too bad. Union of the Third Path. Draw a card and gain life equal to the number of cards in your hand. Now, this is good for, like, white control, where you can, like, if you don't play anything early, and you got, like, 5 or 6 cards, you could get a quick, like, life boost. So, it's not a bad card. Pretty good. Splitting the Power Stone. It has the residual cost of this spell, sacrifice an artifact. Create 2 tapped Power Stone tokens. If the second artifact card was a legendary, draw it. Now that's not bad, guys, if you got like a big, huge, stonking artifact. Do you remember what I said about that Unearth one? That card would do it. You play that, play the Unearth one, play that, throw it away, you got that, the next turn, boom. Oh, hell. And the fact the Power Stones cannot be used, can only be used by like only artifacts, it's worth it. I would say that's a combo there. Agrush. Oh, no one artifact. These ones are like for artifacts. Let's be able to create a tap power stone. Yeah. Oh, I didn't get the value. That's not bad. That free for free too. That's not bad. A good solid creature with a good ability. That's not bad. Valgia Chandradance. Valgia Chandradance gains double strike to end the turn. You see, this is the problem I've got with this guy. Yes, he's got a 4 backside, so he is a good defender, but for 4 mana, if it was 3-4, I would say yes, he's worth it, but 50-50 on him, I'm afraid, guys. Yeah, let's look at this. Oh, a legendary wizard. Alright. At the beginning of your end step, if you've cast a non-creature spell this turn, reveal the top 5 cards of your library. For each card type among the non-creature spells you've cast this turn, you may put a card of that type from among the revealed cards at your hand. Put the rest of my library. Now, this one is all about mana manipulation and card manipulation. Now, 3 mana, 2-4, absolutely worth it. A good blocker, got a good ability. I know some people say, well, why are you praising this one and not this one? But it's mana cost. For 3 mana, compared to 4, it's all about the cost, guys, and value. So, yep, that's worth it. Oh, and I just got another wild card. Good. Stasis Coffin. Exile Stasis Coffin, and you gain protection from everything until your next turn. Okay, that's not a bad thing. If you're in a death situation and you still like one more turn to pop up a good combo, this card is a good way of like get out of jail for a little bit. So that's not bad actually, pretty good. For 3 mana, not a bad deal. Flow of Knowledge, 5 mana. Draw a card for each island you control, then discard 2. Now, there are better card draws, I will admit. But however, I could see this used in an artifact deck. Where, like I said, like you want to get certain cards away, or they do get certain cards to combo. So, there is some value, but I'll be honest, guys, there are better. Scatter Ray. Counter target artifact or creature spell unless the controller plays 4. Counter spell for 2 mana. Yep, that's a pretty good counter spell. Especially like early game, because if you get that and someone casts like try to bring out like our creatures and you go, nope. Yep, good counter spell, can't argue with that. Urza's Power Stone Project. What's with these Power Stones? Oh, he's a legendary creature as well. Vigilant. 1. Draw a card, then discard a card. Whenever you discard 1 or more artifact cards, create a tap Power Stone. Right. 3 mana for 1/3 with that ability. Nah. To be honest. Don't think the Power Stone's good, but... And yes, it's a good discard card if you want to discard to get certain like unearthed creatures like that big Juggernaut, but to be honest, there are better cards I would feel for than him. Create Annual Store 1. 1 mana for 1/1. Not bad. Tap it on target artifact creature. Could you call it 1 mana? Oh. Oh, that's not too bad. Actually, that's pretty good. I would say that's a decent 1 drop if you don't have like certain other mana cards. That's not a bad one. And you can attack a creature, then use that to untap it, so it's back on its defense work. Not bad. I would say that's a decent combo support card. Swiftgear Drake. Flying Haste, not bad. When Swiftgear Drake enters the battlefield, put 1 target card from a grave and put it on the bottom of its owner's library. Well, I'm going to be honest, guys. For 5 mana, though, Flying Haste, I'll be honest with you, they're better. Not great. I mean, good in sealed if you're playing, like, random seal or to draft, fair, but in construction, nah. Mind Worker. 2 mana for 2/1. Okay, it's got a good, like, decent stat. You gain 1 life if you control. You gain 1 life if you control a creature named Power Plant Workers and Tower Work Workers. You gain 3 life instead. So this guy is a combo for 2 other artifact cards. Now I'm gonna be honest. For 2/1, yeah, a good early like brawler, but unless you can get the other two cards to give it its full value, I would say you really need a lot of work with that. And it has to be part of it, like an artifact deck, to work this one out. And you, Cloud Key. It's been a while, buddy. Cloud Key. As Cloud Key enters the battlefield, choose an artifact, creature, enchantment, instant, or sorcery spell you cast to the cost type cost one's less. So basically, guys, this was a good card. I remember it was in Time Spiral, I think it was in. This was going way back. But what you did was you played this as free, and then you went, right, if depending on what type of deck you were, it was good in blue because you could play like all your spells cheaper, or if you played in green, you got all your creatures cheaper. It was a good card, and it still is. It is a worthwhile artifact card to have, because cheapening up your stuff for better value is always a good thing. Okay, we've got an uncommon wild card. Nice. And here we go. Jarwan's Tome, another old card. Draw a card and discard a card. This one, guys. There are better ones out there. I'm gonna be honest. There are better ones. It's not bad in one sense because you're getting card draw to manipulate what you want, but at the same time, it's what you discard is the question. If you got on unearth stuff, then yes, but if not, Stern Lesson. Draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards. And again, guys, if you're playing an artifact deck, one with a lot of unearth shenanigans, this is a good card, and getting a Power Stone. So this is mainly for artifacts. Yotran Medic. A good defender, but that's it. That's all he is, just a defender, just to hold the line. For 3 mana, if he was a 2 mana, 1/4, I could say, yeah, brilliant defender, but for 3 mana for that, I don't think so. Aeronaut's Wings. It's a champ equipment. Off equipment gets +1 and flight. For 2 mana, it's not bad. It's a good way of getting some people in the ground. Volcanic Excavation Explosion. 3 mana. Deals 3 damage to any target creature. Yeah, it's not bad. It's a burn spell. It's basically a target killer. It's basically a 3 mana burn. So yeah, not bad. And a legendary Druid Scout. Alright, for starters, his value is worth it. 3 mana for 2/3, worth it. Add 2 mana any combination of colors. Spend these 2 mana only to cast creature spells or activate abilities. If the creature or creature card, whatever you cast a creature spell with power 5 or greater, put 1/1 token on the and untap it. Oh my. You do realize there are a lot of, especially in a green deck, he is worth it. I would say yes, worth having, because you play him a turn 3. You get a 5th mana. Tap him. Get 2 mana. Tap 2 mana. I just play a 5/5. Boom. He gets +1/+1 and untaps it, gets an attack. Oh yeah, there's combo potential with this guy. Yep. Worth it. Alright, next one. Another wild card, excellent. And a common card, common one, good. We're starting now to get more. Ivory Tower. At the beginning, you keep getting X, where X is the number of cards you hold in your hand. Hand -4. I know what you're thinking. Wait, one mana for that much life you could gain? Utterly, guys, it's worth it. So basically, if you got like 5 cards, you're gaining life a turn. So it's worth it for 1 mana if you get it early. I mean, late game it's not good, but early game it's brilliant. Great Desert Prospect. 5 mana for 3/2. That's not good. Not really. I don't think that's a good card, guys. Nah. Sealed, fine, but in construction it is bad. Oh, we've got the Tower Worker now. 3 mana, 1/3. Ooh. As reach, so it could deal with aerial threats. Add 1 mana if you control worker. You get 3. Right, so we've got the second one, and if you get all 3, I mean, first one's 2, this one's 3. And getting 3 colors mana could give you a lot of things to do, and you could get a certain creature out pretty quickly, so it's not a bad thing to have. And Grixis Infiltrator. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, put... Now, for a 2/1, 2 mana creature, that's not bad. It's a good solid 2-drop. And whenever you sacrifice another permanent, which 9 out of 10 black usually does, so there are ways to make him more powerful. So he's good in a certain like sacrifice deck. And what's the new card we're getting? Okay, I just heard a buzz in my ear. Said that must be from him. Anyhow, Razorlash Transmonger. Razor Transmonger cannot be blocked. For 6 mana, return Razor Transmonger from your graveyard to the battlefield with +1/+1 counters. This ability costs 4 less to activate if the opponent controls 4 or more non-basic lands. Now, for a 2/3/1 creature, it's good. Yes, he has a weak backside. But remember what he just said there. If your opponent has 4 non-basic lands in its control, it becomes a 2 mana return and gets stronger. So he is a good card. And if you're facing opponents who are not mono or have got a lot of multicolored shenanigans, he could be a good like key on return, like on return, block, die, come back, block, die, and just get stronger and stronger. So this guy could be a royal beast if he's used correctly. And plus he's a zombie, and if you use zombie decks, oh, he's gonna be good. Oh, sorry, he can't be blocked. My mistake. He can't block. But he's a good, like, full-on offense attacker, which means someone's going to get hurt from him. So, not bad, not bad. Let's move on, shall we? Oh, another one. Here we are. Keenstone. Okay, so 5. Target player mills X with the number of cards in that player's graveyard. Now, if you're playing a blue mill deck, this card was a nightmare. Because as soon as that came out, I was like, oh heck. There we got a problem. Because if you had a lot of things in your graveyard, you were just milled to the hilt. Falling Kargru. Right, you're 6 mana, so that's a bit of a concern. Target opponent destroys target land that player controls. 4 cards deals 0 damage to a player, 1 damage to each creature they control. Now, in sealed, not bad, but in constructed, it's crap. It's not worth it. Mind work, we know that. Lauren, Disciple of History. A legendary creature, human artifactor. Whenever Lauren, Disciple of History, or another legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. 4 mana for 3/3 with a return, but it is specific for artifacts, guys, so it's not a bad card. I would say that's decent, but it's good in artifact decks that you want to swing back. Wing Commando. Prowess. What's that? Whenever you cast an all-catch spell, it gets +1 to the end of the turn. That's not bad. 3 mana for 2/2. It's okay. It's not bad, but there are better. But it's not bad. It's a good one to have if you know you're going to play a lot of like non-creature spells. Right. Anyhow, let's move on. Right, sorry about that. Warlord Elite. In additional cost to cast this spell, tap 2 untapped artifacts, creatures, or lands you control. Right. Yeah, here's the problem, guys. Normally a free mana 4/4 is ridiculously good. But he requires a lot of support. A hell of a lot of support. I mean, what you need, basically, I'm not joking this, guys. You need to have 2 early artifact creatures to begin with, and a lot of land to make him work, so... yeah. He requires a lot, so he's got to be in an artifact deck, but he's also got to make sure the deck is worth it, so... nah. I wouldn't have him unless it was an artifact deck, so he's specific for artifact only. And Goblin Blast Runner. 1 mana for 1/2. Gets +2 and has menace as long as you sacrificed a permanent this turn. He's okay. I mean, don't get me wrong, a 1/2 is freaking good. Because it means he's not going to die easy, but... unless you can make ways to sacrifice permanents, it's not that great. But anyhow, that's what we've got here. Surge Engine, Mythic. 2 mana, Defender. Surge Engine loses defender and gains. This creature cannot be blocked. Surge Engine, if you pay 3, becomes blue. It becomes blue and has the base power and toughness of 4/5. Only if Surge Engine doesn't have Defend. Draw 3 cards. Right, this guy is mana heavy, but for 2 mana for a 3/2 Defender, yeah, good card. Yes, he is heavy on the mana to make him worth to attacking, but if you're using his defense and get to the pay up the other stuff to make him do stuff, can be worth it. But he is a good 3/2 starter. So yep. Oh, hello, Howling Mind. Long time no see. I remember that this card, guys, was the bane of many decks, but it was a brilliant card. At the beginning of each player's draw step, the Howling Mind is untapped. That player draws an additional card. It was great for like drawing cards, guys. It was great for drawing a lot of cards. Battlefield Butcher. 3 mana for a 4/1. 5 mana, each opponent loses 2 life. This ability costs 1 less for active for each creature card in your graveyard. Right. 9 out of 10, you know that black is going to lose a lot of creatures because black tends to. And for a 3 mana 1/4 defender is not bad. And plus the fact that ability gets less every card, if creature card in the graveyard. So if you get, like, if you put 4 cards in there, like, end of turn, 1 mana, boom, 2 life, boom, 2 life. So, it's got potential, but it's got to have a lot to work with it. Blazing Automaton. 7 mana for 6/4 haste. Prototype. The prototype's with it, guys, because 3 mana for 3/2 haste is not too bad. So it's okay if you're going to use for the haste side, but for its 7 mana, good if you can catch them off guard, kind of thing. Yolto's Descendant. Human artifact. Whenever an artifact creature enters the battlefield under your control, put 1. Now, here's the thing. For 2 mana 1/1, on normal circumstances, is bad. But this is a different case. If you can bring him out and doesn't get in trouble and you can get a couple of artifacts down, because like I said, whenever an artifact, you could buff him up quick. So he has potential, but it has to be an artifact deck. Carrion Locust. 3 mana for a 2/1. Okay, it's a bit worrying. Flying, when Carrion enters the battlefield, exile target card from an opponent's graveyard. With a creature card, that player loses 1 life. I'm gonna be honest, not that great, but it's good if you want like to exile certain creatures and get like chip away life, but not that great. There are better. Recrimination. Okay, a 2 mana spell. Return target of a creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. If the creature enters the battlefield this way, not a bad spell. Actually, that's pretty good. If you got like a creature card that's like 3 mana and it can still be useful as a blocker or something, bring it up to make it stronger. It's not a bad spell. Actually, it's pretty good. And here we go. Might Stone Animatronics. I figured this. My bad. Chamanora. A chat artifact. When enters the battlefield, draw a card. A chat artifact creature with base power toughness 4/4 in addition to other types. So if you got a crappy like weak artifact creature, that gives him a buff. And this one, that's a big creature. So let's look at this. Sylvan's Great Worm. Trample. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, create a tap Power Stone token. 6 mana for a 7/6 creature. On the no side, that's great. But you need green to buff it up heavy. And also, it's a great seal card. Construction. If you're playing a green-red, like, Gruul ramp deck, possible, but I'm not totally convinced. Let's move on, shall we? I'm getting a lot of new cards here, guys. But, Blast Zone. A rare land. Battlefield. With a charge count on it. Add 1 mana. XX. Put X charge count on the blast zone. Okay. 3. Sacrifice blast zone. Destroy each non-land permanent with a mana value equal to a number of charge counters. So basically, guys, this is Wrath on steroids. So basically, if you make it like, say, if you got like lots of lots of little Gribblies, yep, charge that up, boom, they're going bye-bye. So it's a good Wrath card. Severin Sentinel. Flash Fly. Ooh. Now, this is a good creature. But what is his other abilities? Whenever Severin Sentinel enters the battlefield, return one other target creature you control to its owner's hand. If it was a soldier, put one. Now, he's good in a soldier deck. But the fact that he can flash in at the end of the opponent's turn and like go into the combat straight away, not bad. A good card. A good solid card. Lord's Escape. Target artifact or creature gets hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn. And Scry. Great card. No arguments there. Iron Claw. 7 mana for 6. Whenever Iron Claw Crusher attacks, target creature gets plus X. Turn where X is attacks. Target attacking creature gets plus 1. So he's a support character. Okay. 4 mana. I'll be honest, guys. Not that great. I don't think he's that great. Common. Urza's Rebuff. Choose one. Counter target spell or tap 2 target creatures. 3 mana. Yeah, that's a solid and counter spell, but there are better. Killzone Acrobat. Okay, 3 mana, 3/2. Looking good so far. Whenever Killzone Acrobat attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, Killzone gains flight. Oh, that can be handy. Remember what I said about sacrificing creatures earlier with Grixis? Well, there's your answer. Have them two together and some Gribbly and just go to town. And this card, Semblance Anvil. Imprint. Whenever Semblance Anvil enters the battlefield, you may exile a non-land card from your hand. The spells you cast that share the card type that was exiled will cost 2 less. So basically, you could say, right, I'll get rid of this card, say, I don't know, a sorcery. And like I said, the card type, or even better, artifact, and my artifacts become cheaper. So there are ways. So it has some usage, but you gotta have to be clever with it. Let's move on. I have a lot of cards to get through, guys, and we have got a long way to go. Oh, that's changed. Mythic Wild Packs. Oh. Nice. So we can get some mythics. And now, Elsewhere Flasks. I remember you. 2 mana. When Elsewhere Flasks enters the battlefield, draw a card. Sacrifice Elsewhere. Choose a basic land type. Each land you control of that type. Oh, so it's a good way of mana manipulation, but also get a card for 2 mana. It's not bad. Bitter Reunion. Well, that's never good. 2/1 is a 2 mana enchantment. When Bitter Reunion enters the battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. Sacrifice Bitter Reunion. Creatures that you control gain haste until the end of turn. That's not bad. You give around 1 card and you get 2. It's not a bad enchantment, and you give him haste. And you remember what I said about sacrificing? You also got her as well. Because if you have 3 creatures at the beginning of the upkeep, she gets stronger. But anyhow. Dreadclaw. 2 mana equipment. Gets you +1. Has menace. Whenever Dreadclaw enters the battlefield from your graveyard, you may attach Dreadclaw to it. Ooh, so if you bring out a creature from the graveyard and give it to him, not bad. And it's not a bad one. It's good if you got black, so it's not bad. In the Trenches, a mythic. So it's 3 mana. Creatures you control get +1. Always good. 6 mana. Exile target non-land permanent you don't control until in the Trenches leaves the battlefield. Acts only as sorcery only once. So it's good of getting rid of if you got a big strong defender or a big strong creature, but also the fact +1. What more do you need to know? It's a great thing in white. Just put that down and go, right. All my creatures get bigger. Nothing wrong with that. Alright. Ivory Tower's back. We've got more this time. For your Dragon Engine. Nah. Next. That's bad, guys. That is very bad. I wouldn't bother with that one in the slightest. Weak Stone Subjugation. Enchantment Aura. Enchant artifact or creature with Weak Stone Subjugation enters the battlefield. You may pay 3 mana. If you do, tap enchanted permanent. This is basically to stall someone. Or pretty much to hold them off. Mana for 3/3. Oh, that is just bad. That is horrid. And for its prototype cost, 3 mana for 1/1, draw a card to strike. Nah, I wouldn't. Next, that is bad. That's horrid. Airlift Chaplain. 3 mana. Whenever Airlift Chaplain enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards. You may put a plains card or a creature card when a 3 or less from among the cards that mill this way into your hand. If you don't put one... Nah. That is bad, guys. That is very bad. 3 mana for 1/1 and a chance to get it to make it a 2/3, 2/2. Nah. Not worth it, guys. Not worth it size. Oh, hello. Another legendary creature. Now, these creatures, guys, are the triple changes. These are creatures that need 3 mana. So if you're going to play 3 mana, yeah, gonna need a lot of these special lands. Creatures you control have vigilance and, tap to make Seville. That's not too bad. But here's the kicker, guys. For 6 mana, which requires 2 white, 2 blue, 2 green, exile Torsac Digger Site Mentor from your graveyard and return any number of target artifact cards with a total value of 10 or less from your graveyard onto the battlefield. Now, right there is a nasty thing she's got there. So if you got a lot of big stonking creatures, like the Combat Thrasher there, right? There's a prime example there. He's absolutely horrid, but with that card, yes, you could make him and like his total mana value of 10. So if you got like a lot of little weenies and one big brute, it's worth it. But it can only activate as a sorcery, so and plus the fact you've got to exile it from your graveyard, so it's got to die first. So there is a lot of things you've got to do, but it does have some tricks. So it is a good artifact card, but it has to be with a lot of comboing. Alright, what we got here? Allah first. Sanctum Siculum, I think it's called. It's an ape. When Simeon Siculum, I think that's what he's called, enters the battlefield, put 2 1/1 counters on a target creature you control. Right, for 3 mana for a buffer is not always great, but this one might be a different case. So if you got like a little wiener and you put that down and you go, right, I'm going to make that from being a, say you got a 2/2 to a 4/4 instantly, it can be good. But it is situational. Defabrication. Instant blue, 2 mana. Choose one counter target artifact enchantment spell. If the spell is countered this way, exile instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. Counter target activation or trigger ability. Very specific, guys. So, 50-50. Sideboard card. Yes, if you know there's going to be a lot of artifacts and enchantments, it's a sideboard card, but not a main card. Third Patch Servant. 2 mana for a 2/3. 3 mana for a 2/3 is not too bad. 7 mana, draw a card. Yeah, I don't think you'll get there. It's a good solid, like, early game, like, protector, but that's all it's going to be good for. Fractal Architect. 4 mana for a 2/3. When it enters the battlefield under your control, gains flight until the end of turn. A good combo support card, but for its mana cost, that's a big question. Excuse me. Prison sentence. Channel creature with prison sentence enters the battlefield whenever described to. Channel creature cannot attack or block, and activate abilities cannot be activated. Ooh. So basically, it's like pacify, but it gives you a scry, so not too bad. Tomomoku Scrapsmith. When Tomomoku Scrapsmith enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards. You may put an artifact card from among the cards milled this way to your hand. If you don't, put one more counter. Nah. I could see where it could be useful, but getting rid of cards is never a good thing. Unless you have some way to bring them back, or they were totally duds, so, yeah. And we are. Journey of the Journeyer's Kite. 2 mana, 3. Search your library for a basic land card, really put it into your hand. Basically, mana ramp or void mana screwing. It's not a bad card. Haha, Swift Boots. One of the most annoying cards. Now, if you're wondering, can the Swift Boots be destroyed? I think they can be. The creature can't be hurt, but the boots can. Has X-proof. It's not a bad card. It's brilliant if you're going to put it on, like, say, a certain creature. Like early creatures, so it's not bad. Hero of the Dunes. Black-white with 5 mana. Ooh, that's a bit costly. It's a target creature card with 3 value or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. With mana. He's a good, what I like to call, like, if you got like lots of little gribblies and then you put him down to give him a power boost, but at the same time, the cost and his weak backside, yeah, questionable. Drawn for Chantra. Prowess. Yes, he's decent early game, but I mean, also the ward means you got to pay 2 life, so that's a bit of a question. You were paying the cost. That's the question. Symmetry Matrix. 4 mana. When this creature with power, when a creature power equal to its toughness enters the battlefield, when you control, you may pay 1. If you do, draw a card. So basically, if you're paying for creatures that are like equal power and strength, so nah. This is a card that needs to be worked around with it, so Mission Onslaught. I can't see the set because they're big. So choose one. Create 2 1/1 soldier artifact creature tokens, or creature gets +2. Not very good, to be honest. I mean, it's good to get creatures, but nah. And conscript in infantry, 3 mana for a 3/1. Dies, kill 1 soldier. Yeah, not that great. Good in sealed, good in drafts, but not good in constructed. Because its weak backside, we just get murdered. All right. Oh, hello. Might of the Weak Stone. When the mightiest stone and the weakest stone enter the battlefield, choose one. Draw 2 cards. Target creature gets -5/5 to the end of the turn. Tap. This mana cannot be spent to cast non-artifact spells. Bet on to cast not. So basically, it's for artifact only. Med. Meld a pair of cards resulting in a single combination of permanent copies cannot be melded. So basically, guys, meld means it can meld together to make this guy. Okay, so he is definitely for artifacts. So let's look at this gentleman. Planeswalker Urza. You may activate the loyalty ability of Urza Planeswalker twice rather than once. Oof, nasty. Artifact instant sorcery spells you cast this turn will cost 2 less to cast. You gain 2 life. Draw 2 cards, discard a card. Okay, exile target permanent. Artifact to play more cards you control, gain indestructible to end a turn, destroy all non-land permanents. Oof. Well, so basically you need the weak and the so you need a copy, so you need 2 of them. So 5 mana, that is hard to get hold. But if you got 2 in hand and you get the 5 mana, you get them both out. That could be a different story. Anyhow, let's move on. We're almost there, guys. Getting through this, but this has been a long time. But can't be able, because we got lots of new cards to look at. My apologies there. I just had a raw bad cough there. Gruesome realization. 3 mana black. Choose one. Draw 2 cards, and you lose 2 life. Not bad actually. That's pretty good. That because I could get rid of some like miniature creatures, or could get a lot of cards. So not bad, not bad. Evolving Wilds, sacrifice one wild, search for a library. Yeah, it's the old search lands. You play it, crack it, and get a land you need. Whirling Strike. 2 mana. Target creature you call gets +2/0 and gains first strike and trap. Not bad. A good card. So pretty good cards there. And what we got here? Killer's Command. Okay, we can't see it. So 3 mana, sorcery. Choose 2. Create 2 colors construct artifacts. Tokens. 2/2. Not bad. Put 1/1 counter on a creature you control. Engage those strikes at the end of turn. Nah. Search a library for basic plane. Got reveal it, put it into your hand. Then shuffle. Or you gain 2 life. So it's a multi-choice card. You could choose 2, but I would say that's situational. Very situational. And the last one. Sigfield Drum. Tap an untapped creature you control and add 1 mana. Okay, so it's a mana vampire. Gorin Warprowl. 6 mana. Now that's better with Death Touch. 1/1 for 2 mana for Death Touch. I'll be honest. 50-50 on it. So, because 2 mana for 1/1 with Death Touch, you might as well just take the rats. The sewer rats, they do better. Battery Bearer. Creatures you control have add like mana. Can't be cast on non-artifact spells. So this is for artifacts only. When you cast an artifact spell with a mana value of 6 or greater, draw a card. For 4 mana for 4/3, that's not too bad, but it is specific for artifact decks, so it's very specific. Rusty Goliath, 10 mana. Reach and Trample. Now, this behemoth is good at COD reach 10. Green, you could get it because mana ramp is easy to get, so if it's in a green ramp deck, this could be an absolute nightmare to deal with. The Toymaker. Whenever you cast a beast or bird creature spell, you may copy it, except the copy is an artifact in addition to other types. 5 mana for 5/3. I would say he's good if you're going to play a lot of flying or beast decks, and you got a lot of artifacts. So I would say he's deck specific. All right. I know that took a while, guys, just to get through that deck, and we still have a lot of decks to go, cards to go through. This is what happens, guys, when you when you get a hell of a lot of cards. So, yeah, I think we've been at this for an hour, and we'll probably have to do another video of all these pack openings, but let's do these Brothers of War, then we'll do the others at a later date. Oh, we just got it out. So, Metal 4. Metal 4 deals 2 damage to any target. If the target creature is perpetually... It's... Well, if it's a creature, it perpetually gains... As long as this creature is on the battlefield, the damage isn't removed from during the cleanup step. So basically, you get hit by this, you can't get out of this, and it's an A23. So it's Magic 23, so it must be a new core set card. House Honor Guard, 2 mana for a 1/3, not bad. War 2, so it's not going to be easily, you can't easily put spells on this guy. So, yeah, I would say it's not a bad creature, but weak backside though, so it could take it out easy. OG, when it enters the battlefield, create a tap Power Stone whenever it attacks. You may pay 3 if you do. Forgy can't be blocked. Free mana for a potential free. Like, it's mana heavy, but it does have potential, so I'll give it some of that. Goblin Firebomb, 1 mana, flash. Sacrifice Goblin Firebomb and destroy target permanent for 7. Yeah, it's crap. It's not worth it, guys. Yuta Courier, fly. Whenever Yuta Courier attacks, choose one that wasn't chosen during your last combat. Okay. Oh, so basically every time he attacks, he gets create a tap Power Stone token, seek an artifact card with mana value equal to another Power Stone. Ooh. Oh. Blue red. Artifact decks. Oh, he would be it. And for a 2/2, I mean, yes, you gotta have blue and green. Blue and red, sorry. But for 2 mana, I would say that's not too bad. I mean, that's pretty good. My god. Alright. What is Dissemblement? Sacrifice a historic permanent, seek a historic card. Okay, this one is more Pacific, guys. It's Pacific for certain decks, so for 1 mana, it's not too bad, but it is Pacific. Oh, hello. Whenever patch plate restores, enters, or leaves battlefield, you gain a boon when you cast the next creature spell. When the next creature enters the battlefield with an additional +1. Right, 3 mana with that ability and Unearth. A very good card in all formats. It's a very good card. For 3 mana, it's not bad. Perilous Iturus, I believe it's called. Seek a card with mana value 2 or less, and a card with mana value 3 or greater. Discard those cards at the beginning of your next end step. Ooh. Ah. Now I can only see that, guys, if you're using it for a reason, but that's questionable. I would say very questionable. Unless you got something like a lot of flashback or on Earth. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about that. Boulder Breach Golem. On battlefield, you gain light equal to its power. Its 7 mana ability to get 6/5 is okay, but 4 mana for free, get free life. Yeah, I would say that's not a bad deal. It's okay, better than some of the others we've seen. Butcher Archaeologist. And as the battlefield, mill 3 cards. You may put a non-creature card, non-land card from among those cards milled way into your hand. If you don't, that's on. Alright. 2 mana for a 4/1 defender. Essentially, it's not bad, but it's the mill in the pod that worries me. What do you mill and what could you lose? That's the thing. So it's a risk-reward kind of card. Hold on, guys. Let's have a look at the collection for a second. Right, let's have a look. Collected. Right, what was it? There it is. Defense grid. Each spell costs 3 more to cast, except during the controller's turn. So basically, this was good as a anti-light, right? You're not going to cast any spells on me to do anything. Shenanigans are silly. So this card was a good defense card. Right, reset. Okay. That's what I did it for, guys. I want to see what it was. Next set of cards. Only 1 unit. Piece of Fort. Start intensity. Draw a card. If its Piece of Fort is intensity is 4, instead of taking an extra turn after this one, perpetually increase the price. Increase intensity. The card name. Well, that's a bit confusing, but it seems that this intensity, the stronger it gets, the better it gets. Okay. Unwound Clock. Untap all artifacts you control during each player's turn. Oh, this is good if you want to go on attack and then just go back in defense. So not bad. Alright. Riddick Tilzealot. Hexproof from white. Hexproof from... Oh my good. Good God. If you face white or black, he's just gonna bane... He's gonna body you. Whenever one or more knights you control attacks, draft a card from Riddick's spellbook. So not only does he have tricks, but he can also make zombies. Oh, these... Oh, let's have a... Okay, Guardian of Faith. So these are the knights he's talking about. Ape on the Legion. So these are spellbooks. Basically, you can get any of these guys. And I gotta admit, these are not bad knights. Not bad at all. Quite a lot of good ones, actually, I must say. But for a 4-mana, 4/4 white black hexproof knight, if you're playing black, you are or white, you are screwed. And the fact that he is a 4/4 for 4, oh hell yeah! If I worked a deck around him, he would be brilliant. Avant-Garde welcome. White blue. Destroy up to a target creature with power 4 or greater. Choose a non-land card in your hand, and it perpetually gets flash. It's a good removal card, but the flash thing, I'm a bit skippy on it. Horde Recluse. 3 mana, reach Death Touch. Whenever Horde Recluse dies, put it up to 1. To one other target card from your graveyard to the bottom of its library. I would say that's not bad, guys. That's actually a good card. For 4 mana for a reach Death Touch / I'm going to bring back a card. Yeah, not bad. Blenchwood Prowler. 2 mana. It's an elemental. Whenever Blanch Power enters the battlefield, you may mill 3 cards. Yet again, I mean, yes, it could give you land if your land's screwed, but at the same time, it's what you get rid of. So, there are better ones, I would say. And what's this? Mystic Forge. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast an artifact spell and color spell from the top of your library. Pay 1 life to exile the top card of your library. So basically, it's pretty much like deck manipulation. Not the greatest, but it could be handy if you're playing a lot of artifact decks. Alright, next one. Antiquity Haste. 4 mana for a 3/3 haste is brilliant, guys. What's the rest of the ability? When it enters the battlefield, conjure a duplicate of another non-target non-token creature artifact you control into your graveyard. The duplicate gains Unearth. Ooh, so you could duplicate. But for 4 mana 3/3 haste, it's not too bad. Talon's Endurance. I don't like the fact he's in the middle of a frozen area in a coffin. But 1 mana, exile target creature and gains at the beginning of your upkeep. If this card is exiled, it perpetually gains +1/+1, and you may put it back in the battlefield. Okay. Interesting. Peridon Strongbow. 3 mana for 2/3. That's not too bad. Sacrifice an artifact. Paragon gets +1/+1 during the turn and deals 1 damage to each opponent. Now I could see him good in a commander's deck because he doesn't have to throw punches and you can just sacrifice, like I said, like an artifact just to cause a bit of damage against strength. So not too bad. Aeronaut Cavalry. 4 mana for 3/4 flying. Whenever cavalry enters the battlefield, put 1/1 counter on another target soldier you control. Good if you got lost soldiers, but to be honest, not very good. There are better. And what is this? Blackblade. 2 mana. Legendary artifact. Now legendary artifacts are rare, guys, but listen to this. Legendary artifact. Equip creatures +1/+1 for each land you control. Very powerful, but here's the caveat. Equip legendary creature 3 mana. Everyone else 7. So basically, guys, if you got like legendary creatures, this blade is nasty. Very nasty. Right, here we go. Burnished Heart. Sacrifice Burnished Heart, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards and put them onto the battlefield. Tapped. Now for 3 mana 2/2 with that ability, it's good in one way and bad in another. On one hand, it's good because you're going to lead in the mana race. But at the same time, is it worth sacrificing 6 mana to get 2 extra lands? That's the question. Burren Razormaw. 3 mana for 4/2. Not bad. Dies, mill. Oh, but there's the kicker, guys. Mill 4 cards. Nope. If it was for other thing but its ability, I would have said yes. Ravris Gigamole. So it's a 4 mana for 2/3. Questionable. Enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards. You may put a creature card from among them into your hand this way. If you don't, for 4/3 for 4 mana, and what you lose, nah, too much risk. Oh, I done it again. Let's have a quick look at that before we go, which was a collection. Green. Where is it? As you can see, my collection has grown a bit. I don't know when I see it, guys. So hang on a sec. Was that it? No, it's not. Ah, there it is. I'm going for Uprooter. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on each target land for 2 for each X target land you control. Each becomes 0/0 elemental creatures with reach haste. And when this creature leaves the battlefield, conjure a card named Forest onto the battlefield. They're still lands. So basically, it's a land card thing to give you a land card to boost. So yeah, guys, and that's the end of. I'm gonna have to stop the pack opening here because I think I've been on and out for well over an hour and a half. And this is what happens, guys, when we've got lots of pack cards and we are trying to, and I'm trying to explain what's good or bad. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. And on the next video, I will continue doing these pack openings to see what we can get. But also, guys, if you want to check out these promo codes, please check the link in the description below for the codes. I recommend you get them as quick as possible to get all these cards. But hey, folks, that's the video. I'll see you in the next video when we'll continue with this pack opening. Catch you later.